today. Going to do some laps at Fuji. And I'm going to firstly set a lap that nobody'd be proud of. It'll be the slowest lap in the world with a bit of luck. Then we'll have a look. We'll find out exactly how many people have put in a time. So the first lap will be a toddle around. A sightseeing lap. Currently the volume is way too loud in my ears. Even that seems a bit loud. Even less. Right, the volume is way down. I can hear the engine ticking over. That's all I really need at the moment. Coast around, then pull up short of the line, wait a minute or two. Make sure that we've got a time of 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. That seems like a waste of time, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. Let's see, if I know how many people have put in a time, say it's 10,000 people, I know that 5,000 people, if you're 5,000th in the world, you know where your ranking is. Your ranking is 50%. So you can be in the top 90%, top 80, top 70, 60, 50, so on, right down to the top 1%. It gives you an idea where you are. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat and he just crossed his leg. You can know where you are in the world relatively. Now, of course, that's only a qualifying time. Doesn't say where you sit in the world of sim racing, of course. Some people are wonderful at qualifying. I mean, truly wonderful. Have some of the most brilliant times you're ever going to see. And yet, they're not super highly rated. I've seen quite a few guys in B grade with modest B grade records. And they've been in the top 5 in the world, top 1 or 2 at times. Fantastic qualifier. Pull up here for a moment, just short of the line. I'm getting over a cold, so forgive me. I'll just creep up to the line here and stop short. Gearbox is sensitive about being engaged. There's the line there. Put the brake on. Watch the time tick over. Make sure it's over 4 minutes at least. Gives me a chance to sip on this delicious coffee I made in preparation for this. Well, we'll definitely be over 4 minutes. Might even take me a little longer. A little bit of preparatory encouragement. That'll be long enough. Hold off. Record our time and see how many people have recorded the time. 4.5 minutes. I'm sure that'll be near the worst in the world. All right. Very proud of that time. 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Ranking. Now, how many people have set a time? 27,000. 27,000. Wow. And 138.29 or 20, 138.2. World number one. Well, so to be in the top 10%, you'd need to be 2,727th in the world. Let's see whose that is. This is painful. 27 clicks. But we'll get there. We're already halfway there, so. Here we go. 27,000, 2,000. Now, who's 2727, 2727? There you are. Hello. On your own too. So, to get into the top 10%, you have to have a time better than 140.367. This fella knows that he's faster than 90% of the people in the world. I'm sure he'd be pleased with that. Let's see what we can get. Time to go and select an appropriate chariot. My favorite RCZ. All right, we'll go and select the fastest ghost. Mr. Zero, 38,229, that's the fastest ghost available. Have a look at our settings. Manual transmission, default ABS. No assists there. Controller setting, 10, 10 and 10. Quite strong. Right, got that setting. I think we'll turn up the temporary exposure. It looks a little overcast. Brighten things up a little. Well, what I'll start with, I'm just looking on my friends list there, and Andy is right on the precipice of being in the top 10% in the world. It's time for us to begin. And the way I like to begin is to be nice and gentle to start with. Not pushing in anything too hard. A lot of short shifting, like not even revving it out. Just getting in the frame of mind of a little country drive, just to Just sort of like take my time. Doesn't matter if I'm chasing the fastest ghost. I'll just toddle along behind. Not too far back from him, but we'll break nice and early. We'll just mosey around behind him. Doesn't matter if he falls away. He's going to, he's not short shifting. We're just dawdling along. Not going for it. A bit of fifth gear there just to cruise around with. Little drop back and forth. Sunday drive. Heaps of short shifting. No need to hurry. Just trying to get a nice smooth flow. Not pushing. Just short shifting my way through the gears, just meandering around. Whee! Long way off there. Right, that was a leisurely cruise. All short shifting. Didn't do anything special, just a short shift cruise around. 44.3. Alright, that's a start. Still not giving it its full measure. Still just cruising along. Could easily have just stayed in fourth gear all the way around there. Not pushing it, just taking my time. Just a little more curry on it this time than last time. Not much, just a bit. Not doing anything extra hard. Taking my time, dawdling around. Didn't miss the corner so badly that time. So, just toddled around behind and taking a bit of time off. Haven't really revved it out. Just toddled along. 41.7, we're underway. This time a little more earnest in the throttle, a little heavier. Got into it earlier this time. Pushed it a little harder there. And again, pushed it a little harder. Working my way up through the power, rather than just going for it gung-ho. Rather than trying to do everything in a massive hurry to start with. Taking my time working up to it. Sneaking up on it, I guess. Give it a bit more curry this time. Oh, we're into the 39s. That's a bit better. And give it a bit of stick this time and chase it along. Now we're in full beans, giving it the max. Last time it was a more sedentary, a more leisurely approach last lap, and it was faster. Because I was pushing harder, the mistakes came quickly. So it probably, you know, in hindsight, it's better to sneak up on it rather than get all frustrated by, oh, see, I'm doing it to myself. That's typical, and that's classical. It's when you push too hard. Here I am spun around looking like a goose. Right. We'll save that 39.9. Oh, which coincidentally puts us safely in that top 10%, which is quite good. You have to be happy with that. Anybody happy with that? However, as you can clearly see, it wasn't a particularly violent affair. It was pretty leisurely. And there wasn't really even any great need to push the throttle to the max everywhere. In fact, I think I almost instantly became more untidy when I started doing that. So whether it's a lesson for myself or a lesson for others, I don't know. Probably a bit of both, I guess. We both learned something from that. Currently, I'm doing a little bit of rearranging. Just forgive me for a moment. Doing a little rearranging. I have an air conditioner nearby, and it's just a little too cool for school. So it's a bit of a pest. It's blowing a little too cool on me. Ideally, I'd like it to blow in another direction, not on me. I'm setting up a temporary barricade to redirect the airflow so that it goes up a little, not so directly onto me. And I've been successful. Remounting the rig. Putting my elderly bones in there. $1,300. So 2,700. So 1,300 is about the halfway mark. So that's close to the top 5%. Probably the top 6%. This is in an RCZ. It's definitely not the Meta car, but it's not slow. So I'm not saying it's a slow car, but it's definitely not a Meta car, and it's not one that's selected by everybody. And the question is, of course, could you do decent times in other cars? Yes. This track does seem to favour MR cars. So with that in mind, I'll try an MR car or two, see if we can squeeze out at least a 40 of some description, because realistically, if you can get a 40.6, 40.7, something like that, you're in the top 15% in the world. So 85% of the people who are out there can't qualify faster than you. So if you're, say, at, what is it, 13, in the top 4,000, so any time in a bunch of different cars in the top 4,000, we'll see you starting reasonably well in B and certainly mid-pack and A. And there'll be nothing wrong with that. The race doesn't have any strategy as far as I can see, of course. And the other bad thing, of course, is the first corner and the inevitable ram from behind, knocked off track. The other fella keeps going, quite often not even getting a penalty. So probably not really a comment on the track itself. However, this isn't about the track. Not so much, really. It's about your time on this track, and whether or not you want to do this race, that's entirely up to you. Right. Let's see if I can put together a... Oh, of course, that 39.9 was without touching the wheel brake balance, I think. Yeah, it was on zero. And my experience with MR cars is they generally like it around 2 or 3 to the rear. Braking at the 100. The big one here is the skid mark. Sadly, I missed it. Too busy talking about it to actually nail it. But there's a big long skid mark at the first timing point. And when you get to it, you got to stomp on the brake. Obviously. Come here, mate, wait for me. Probably would have been a halfway decent lap if I hadn't completely missed that by a long way. Yep, would have been a decent lap. I missed it by a long, 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 long way. Yeah, up here, this corner, and here's the skid mark I was talking about, right here. I missed it, but not as badly this time. Be better if I don't miss it in future. I went too far. Flew too close to the flame. Oh, we picked up a little more time though. But you can see what happens when just a couple of plebs here and there. They don't have to be huge, but they snowball. Hopefully I won't pleb it this time on this corner. It's not easy to get right all the time. That's better. You go, where did all that lovely time go? I was up 100. But you only got to make a tiny error. Oh, we'll pick up 140. Or maybe 150. 140. Oh, even a bit less than that. But error after error. There's a mountain of time in that section leading up to the first timing point and just after. That was all ugly and clumsy. So I'll put down this big Stoby that I'm smoking. Actually, I won't. I'll finish it. A little sip of coffee. See if I can get a 39.5 or something like that. I think I was doing better when I wasn't pushing it. But I know there's a heap of time available there, especially around the transition at the first timing point. I've been pretty ordinary through there time after time. And the gearing of the RCZ is fine for it. It's really good. When we try a couple of other cars, I don't think the gearing is as good. So it really does suit where the power in the RCZ is, because the truth is you go around that corner in fourth at the timing point, don't go back to third, and you should be able to go around there in fourth and stay with the Ghost and make a good fist of it. That's in the RCZ or RCZ, depending where you are. Right. That's out of the road. Away we go. I'm about as relaxed as physically possible to get. A massage would be nice on the shoulders, like they do at the World Series of Poker when they're having a really tough battle. And they pay for the masseuse to come along and massage their shoulders. Yeah, straight around in fourth gear. Well, that wasn't too bad. I think there's a bunch of time though in that first deck that I've left behind though. I was determined to hang on to some of it anyway. Well, hello, whoever's watching. This is how I practice, and I'm fiddling around. Largely talking to myself, but at the beginning is a bit of an explanation and how I'm managing to do what I'm doing. The gears I'm using, the car I'm using. And the object of the exercise is to get a time that's in the top 10%. And if you can get one in the top 10 or 15%, you're always going to start reasonably well in B grade. So I'm just going to work through a few different cars. So far I've managed to eke out a 39 of some description. Which puts us safely in the top 10%. All right. Start again with a new go. And if I don't get a better time here, we'll transition to another car and see if we can get what sort of times we can get or squeeze out of other kinds of cars, and look at the difference in the gears. What differences are? Because down here, you can do this in fourth gear. It isn't necessarily a downshift. You can get a nice drive through there in fourth. And that's the fastest guy in the world there, and you're in an RCZ. It's, you know, the RCZ is not as not as meta as the other cars, but it's capable of doing a decent time. All right, we can squeeze out a better time with it. That was a bit better. 39.8, that's pretty reasonable. That's pretty good for an RCZ. Like, and I've been very poor here in this section. That time I went for the downshift. I think it's Mick and Mike. One way is probably going to be a little bit quicker than the other, but there might not be a lot in it. I was pretty slow getting on the power there. And again. Nope. Another ugly lap. Right. And one more go at it. Try a little bit more brake balance. I don't like to go that much to the rear, but I'll give it a whirl. Why not? It'd be really nice if I nail this for a change. Slow. My reactions are slow. Reaction time is shite. Wait for me, you bastard. That was a bit better. Oh, yuck. Another one of yuck. Anyway, that was pretty poxy the last bit. Drove terribly. All right, we'll go and find a couple of different cars. Play best replay, share with anybody who wants it, who's a friend. RCZ. Done. Okay. Anybody, it's open to anybody who can access it. It's just one way of doing it. That's an RCZ. RCZ. Right. Small break for a second while I roll some coffee and drink some coffee. Oh, that is the nicest coffee I've had today, ever. Mm. Right, I'm going to try something different this time. Try and squeeze out a 40 and something else. The RCZ has always been an old favourite of mine. I have been driving it for the last couple of years, even when it was terrible, even when they neutered it some time ago. And I do have a liking for MR cars. There's an NSX there. What's it like? Some of these cars, it's quite weird. You can be chasing the fastest ghost and going down the straight and just absolutely eat the ghost up. Just weirdly just catch straight up to the ghost, because it's so fast in certain sections. But have a look. Zero brake balance, as always. A bit of a guideline. And lots of short shifting when I'm exploring a new car that I don't know anything about. I don't give it its full measure, like 50% type of thing, 60%. I don't care if the ghost pulls away. It's just about getting a bit of rhythm in the new car. Steering seems quite a deal heavier in this thing than in the RCZ. Float around there quite nicely. Fourth gear seems pretty good. The steering does seem very heavy in it. Yeah, steering seems quite a deal heavier. Give it a bit more carry this time, 75, 80%. Brake a little later. Okay, giving it the beans now. What sort of speed does she have over the line? Not bad. Not as fast as the others, but okay. Probably couldn't have missed the corner any worse, but, well, probably could have done worse, I guess. How are we going for time? 43.5 last time. Well, inching our way down. A long way off 40, a 40 of any sort though. Rather concerning. I think that might be down to driver error. Hey, g'day, Carl. Hang on. Good day. I'm in and out of sleep. Went to emergency room a bit ago. Do you want to chat? I'm just doing some practice, and it's really a guide for anybody who wants to stumble on the stream later on and have a look at it and how Fruntty goes about doing laps. And you can tell me how the audio sounds. I've discovered that just wanted to let you know I'm alive, brother. I was wondering, don't worry. Just can you give me a heads up on how the audio sounds and in relation to the car sounds when I'm going around, because I don't really know. And the audio was good. I've discovered that the Pulse headphones I was looking at, it's balanced. Oh, sounds pretty good. I'll go back and check the audio settings to see what I have, so I can replicate it next time. What I was going to say was though, when I had a little bit of a look on YouTube there, actually it was on, it was no, it was on the internet and Google, and there was a breakdown on it, and they said the microphone pulls out. So on the side here, I discovered that the microphone's on a sort of like gantry, and it comes out, slides, it retracts it, so it slides right out and comes out. So the audio is better, I think, now because the microphone's more closer to my mouth, closer to the sound source, rather than right. The mic doesn't sound garbled. Yeah. So the microphone was there, but now it's pulled further around towards the front. Hello to anybody watching. Please bear with me and just scroll back a bit, and you can see what I've been doing towards doing a lap and how I go about it. So from the beginning of the stream, I explained from having no time to working my way up to a decent time and getting into the 39s, and a time of 1:40.27. A time of 1:40.27 puts you in the top 10%. So we've managed to squeeze inside the top 10%, and that's using the RCZ or RCZ, depending where you come from. So if you scroll back in the stream, you can see the build up and as to how to get there. Currently, I'm in I don't know what I'm in, maybe an NSX. I'll have a look after, but I'm trying to work my way down to a respectable time in a few different cars, and the way I do it, and currently with zero brake balance. So I'll resume. Missed the braking point clearly, because I'm not up his clacker anymore. I don't think the gearing in this car is as suited as other cars. All right, we'll see this time around. Zero brake balance, and it's an MR car, and normally I have a couple to the rear, but I'm sort of like, oh, I've done 3, yeah. No excuse why I don't. None of the 3 have been any good though, so but this time with a bit of brake balance towards the rear. Pretty nervous nearly through that stuff there. It didn't feel as sure-footed as the RCZ. Just feels harder to get on the power when I want to. It just doesn't inspire confidence. It's making me feel nervous that it's going to snap. It's just going to snap on me. Only just hung on to the beast. Oh, I missed the corner again. Gaining time, but only because I was so bad before. Okay, Carl, mate. You get some rest. I managed to get back into the blue, but nothing. There's just been nothing about it that's convinced me that it's going to be much good. I haven't even got into the 41s in it, let alone the 40s. Maybe I won't miss it this time. Yeah, no, I'm going to miss it. Yeah, MR cars, I don't know. I certainly will try it. Tried through to the front. I think I've probably tried most of the, but it could be the ticket. Wait for me, you bastard! Oh, at least I crept into the 41s. All right, try a lap with it to the front and see how that goes. Need at least another second for it to be even a respectable time. At least I made the corner a bit better this time. Right, I'll have to see if I can repeat that. Certainly an improvement. It does suggest that the bias might be at least more towards the centre. Slightly better entrance that time. Oh, that was better. Yuck. Coming out in first gear, horrible. Lost so much time by using first. Nothing about that was good. Not even the launch to start this lap. Yuck. Won't be blue, I don't think. Yep. Even got a poor launch. That's what I did last time through here. Got a decent first corner for a change. That wasn't too bad. Might pick up here. I can do a better job here. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. 41.3. Certainly nothing to write home about. Better driver than me could certainly get a 40 something out of it. I am going to give it one more shot. But first, I need to roll myself some encouragement, some bravado, some daring do, some get up and go. My reward will be a piece of chocolate. Aha! I have discovered the source. Fresh tobacco. When only the best will do. Heady aroma. Just a hint of moisture. But do with a bit more. And then we'll give it one more college try. Try and nail that first sector. Transition on that corner, that left. Not good. I don't know how much of it's me and how much of it's the car, but I don't know if the old NSX has got it. I have no doubt one of the aliens would do a sensational job with it. But for the average Joe, don't know. Might be it's too tough. Right. I tried it to the rear and I tried it to the front. The old NSX, I don't know if it's got it. I'll try it to the middle for a bit. See what it's got. I like that. Yes, I like it towards the middle. That feels a lot more balanced. I've got a little bit more. Not much. And certainly not enough to break into the 40s yet. Driver error. Oh, yuck. Oh, puke. Okay, Mr. NSX, this is your last opportunity to give me a 40. Right? So do your best. Geez, I should be able to get a 40 out of it, you'd think. I mean, it's not terrible, just not brilliant. Oh, you're giving me encouragement, you mongrel thing. Now I'm going to start with the blue. Means I have to go round again. Because it's going to be blue for sure. Yes, I knew it. Okay. I'll go again. Oh, false dawn, eh? No, you are not the car for me, my love. I'm sure there's a 40 in you, but I couldn't find it, and I've wasted enough time on you. Oh, it says optimal is only 41.0, so I wasn't really getting close either. 47.096. Yes, it wasn't great. I'll find something else. What other MR cars at the top there? Oh, Peugeot 4C. Always liked this car. It's a sweet handler. Right. Load a ghost and we'll get underway. Oh, I might take temporary exposure up a little. There we go. Right. And as always, start with the zero brake balance. And trying out another car, bit of short shifting. Just Sunday drive it to begin with. Just bob along behind. Jesus, I didn't lose much time. The short shifting. Good Lord. Fourth gear seems the right size. Yeah. Fourth gear seemed pretty good. Like, looked like a nice fit for that first section. Do this in second instead of first. Oh, that seemed way more drivable than the last beast. That's hardly any effort at all, that one. Just short shifting. Oh my God, that was pretty much better than the last car after as much effort as I could get out of it. Just a bit more throttle this time. Seems like it's doing it easy. I missed that corner by a mile last time. Oh, it seems very much at home here. Yeah, 4C seems like it's very much at home. Oh, that's blows the NSX completely out of the water. 4C's a lot better. Just 2 laps and got a 40. And that's not even pushing it. Yeah, 4C certainly got some. Well, if you want something reasonable, 4C, look no further. Certainly can do a 40. Zero brake balance and without too much stress at all. Uh-oh. That was no good. Missed the brake, but 40.4 did it easy. There's bundles more in it. This is a car I think you could do a 39 in. Definitely think you could squeeze a 39 out of this one. So that's two decent cars that aren't meta. A 4C and an RCZ. So far, that's pretty reasonable. I won't say it until it's confirmed, but that's a top 15% time, 240.496, and I'm pretty sure you could get a 40 or a 39, a late 39. All right. We'll retry that again, I think. Turn these lights off. I might go a little bit of brake balance towards the rear, which is where I normally have my MR cars. Like 2 or 3 to the rear. But I always like to start with it on 0. And I seldom put the brake balance forward. Hardly ever find any cars where it worked, but it was working at Yamagiwa 2 weeks ago, so maybe I shouldn't put it. Well, actually, I do. I do try everything. I usually try everything in frustration. Using second gear instead of first out of there might be better too. Missed the corner. Well done, dummy. Another miss. But this lap is really more a guide lap. I think I got a good drive through there then. Car seemed really well balanced. And I got a really poxy start. Hang on a sec. Got to start this to me. I got a really poxy. What part did I fuck up? Yeah, after the After the first timing point, a corner after that wasn't very good. The sweeping to the right wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. It was the braking. I don't think I got onto the power properly there. So whatever time this lap is, I think there's a nice big bundle of time to be picked up. If I can match what I did previous lap, this lap coming up, if I can match that, just improve on that one corner a bit, I think there's a nice healthy chunk of time there, like 3/10 at least, 2 or 3/10. So whatever this is, this lap, I'm pretty sure if I can nail the next ones a bit better, if I can just match what I got in the last lap and improve on that one corner, it'll be a better time, considerably better. And away I go. Even better start too. Transition wasn't too bad last time here, but that's better. Here was where I got it wrong, right here. Yeah, I picked up some time, but even that time I got it wrong. And I knew I got it wrong that time too. Oh, I picked up a little bit more, but that's all. I certainly didn't match the last lap. Not in the important areas. That was a Vettel launch. That was better. Picked up a little more. Still was clumsy, but getting better. missed it again. Weak. Now pushing too hard. Well, I'm thinking a little more brake balance, and this will be a better start. Oh, I think I like that better. Yep, I'm sure I do. Well, that's an improvement. One last one. No, that's not going to be an improvement. Still, that's two cars that are in the top 10% that aren't meta. So, what else is there that could possibly do a 140? I'll save that too, why not? Share 4C, somebody might want that. Done. So far, the best times with the RCZ. So we'll look around for something else. And I deserve a piece of chocolate for that magnificent effort. Where are you, my chocolate love? Come here and give me your beauty. Ah, there you are. There you are. Delicious. Little chocolatey treat for being so good and getting a decent lap in something that wasn't the matter. Mm-mm-mm. Yummy. Right, what else is there? Where were we? 4C, Peugeot BGT. Never really had much love for them, I must admit. That's a different NSX. That was the NX GT500. Let's see what this one. Once again, another MR car, and once again, the starting point will be zero brake balance. And once again, the usual way I approach these things, and sneak up on it. So, the first laps will be short shifting, just to get a feel for the car, where the gears are supposed to happen. Bayron style. See how quick she is? Bayron style. She's not a long way off the back of the Meta. Oh, she was rather nice there. Fourth gear felt strong there. I was a bit late on the braking, but just on first feel, it does feel heavier in the steering, I will say that. Here it feels heavy. I didn't feel like it wanted to snap or anything like that. Steering seemed to fight pretty hard there. Just a touch more this time, 80%. Yeah, it's reflected in the time. It picked up straight away with just a touch more throttle. I think I was driving a truck with the number of gear changes I did there. Trucking down the highway. It's like I was driving a semi-trailer. Through the gears. Like a donkey. All right. We'll just use second then. Somehow the car just said to me, no. There's no first gear. Okay, car. First is not your friend. Fair enough. Alright, we're comfortably into the 41s. I think we can do better than that. Slightly more power. Oh, that steering is heavy as shit. One second while I put the set with the lower. It's not lower force feedback, it's just lower natural friction and lower inertia. Makes the steering a little easier to turn. What the hell was I doing out there on the grass? Right. Now it's time to throw some fuel out of this time though. Everything she's got. The full beans. Let's see what she's got over the line. How much blue? Oh, a goodly amount to start with. I was late on the brakes. I wasn't late by a long way, but I was late. I was late there too. Not by a long way, but I was late. That was two places I was late. Oh, she gets a bit unruly there. Picked up a bit of time, so brake balance in the middle. What are we going to end up with? 40.4, yeah, so it's another car that's capable of doing a decent time at least. I don't know what the brake balance is for it. Oh, I missed the corner. Yep, missed the corner. It did that last time too. Whirly as fuck on that corner. Will I get to keep any of that? Yeah, all right. Okay. Right, brake balance now. Bit to the rear and see if she likes that a bit better. Maybe. Jury's still out. Oh, I got that corner really, really well. Oh, that was yummy. Got to keep all that time. Oh, I've got to keep most of it anyway. Well, here's another car that's worth considering. $39 in whatever car this is. One of the NSXs. So that's definitely another car worth considering. I only found it squirrely in one place. And it's this corner coming up, not here. It's this next corner. Here. Having said that, it's not particularly brilliant there either. Anyway, though, $39.9, that's reasonable. That's another car that's in the top 10%. Another car worth considering. Save that one. Let's flat replay. Anybody wants it? What car was it? NSX. NSX. GR3. Probably was already there, but oh well. Done. Right. That deserves a bicky. And a mouthful of coffee. Right. Emma on 911. I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was one of the meta cars. Let me look. What's on? I haven't really had a look at what's on the ranking board. Hurricane 458. Ah, the 911. There's one right there. A 911. Hurricane. Mercedes. Wow, that's a pretty good effort. That one. A couple of Mercedes there. Hurricane 458. Anything else? Anything unusual? Oh, there's an RCZ there, and they're quite capable, obviously, 38.6. He's a good second quicker than me, that's for sure. There's an F-Type, got a huge engine. Oh, yeah. I took that thing for a drive, and it's... Ooh. Cars that I can't drive for some unknown reason, BMWs. Terrible in them, absolutely terrible. Mercedes. Right, okay. Well, what do we got? What are we in this time? Oh, we're in that. Might as well follow this fella then. He's in the same car. Right. Coffee. Oh, that's so nice. Mmm. Delicious coffee. Got no milk in it. They ran out of milk brilliantly. I was at the store last evening. Bought some groceries and some supplies. Somehow I managed to miss one of the staples. Milk and bread. Somehow I managed to miss milk. How I did not think of it, I don't know. I know I walked right past it several times. So dopey. Right, just currently rolling up some ammunition. Sorry for the rumbling sounds on the microwave on the microphone. Right. As always, zero brake balance. Exploratory. Yeah, it's very stable out of there. Very stable. Really good there too. Oh yeah, it's a fourth gear on that one. This is one of the most stable cars. This feels actually even more stable than the RCZ, which is saying something to me. This car is really stable compared to the others. This is, I'm not going to spend too long mucking around with this one because it's clearly very, very, very capable. This car is super capable. I actually shouldn't have downshifted there, but this one is really the bean. That's on neutral brake balance. All right, full noise. This was just one of those cars you know straight away that with that first lap I did, I could tell straight away it was very stable. Oh, maximum Plebius. Plebius Maximus. Oh, that was so good. I have to do that again. Plebius Maximus. Get it straightened up before you give it the full beam. Certainly seems to have the grunt down the straight. Got everything, this thing. Damn. I was late getting on the brakes. Oh, my hands are starting to hurt too. Better get some gloves on, I think. Definitely need to get some gloves on though. Gloves. Gloves, don't keep going just because you got blew up. You'll get blew up anytime. Gloves, my man. Get your gloves on. Your hands are starting to hurt. Should have done it before. What? And of course, the obligatory Band-Aid. Band-Aid for the big callus. Got one on each thumb. Massive calluses. Massive. Builds up of skin that I have to prune like a hedge. My hands used to hurt a fair bit until recently, when finally, what was clearly obvious to every other human being on the planet that a pair of gloves might help, finally dawned on the old man, and he did something about it and went up to the shed and he found some gardening gloves. Not really gardening gloves. Amongst my souvenirs, I went to the shed and found, you know how when you go to garage sales, sometimes you can pick up a whole shitload of stuff, cheap as chips that was never used for somebody's project or something like that, just like garden sales or garage sales or backyard sales or car boot sales, whatever you want to call them. Wasn't a car boot sale, but at someone's place, and they were clearing out their shed, and they're out in the country. When you have a sale out in the country, well, who's going to go to that? You know, like only country folk, because city dwellers are way too far away for it. So they usually don't get a lot of people go to them. So if you do happen to, and I happen to be out on a drive. Anyway, long story short, I went to one of them, and there was a shit ton of stuff to do with spray painting a car and work on a car, like stacks of stuff, like from electrical sanders and all sorts of things like that. Some, electrical appliances. But there was also whole different grades of sandpaper, gloves, masks, all that sort of stuff, all the paraphernalia that goes with doing a spray job. And that's where these gloves come from. So they have a degree of elasticity in them, but boy, oh boy, they've really saved my hands over the last week or so that I've been using them. I never wore gloves before. No, not for this. Certainly used them in my employment, but I came from what I retired from, the industry I retired from was certainly heavily influenced by safety. One of the safest organisation I ever worked for by a long way. A giant mining company, one of the biggest mining companies in the world. I think probably the second or third biggest. I think they're the second biggest iron ore company in the world, iron ore mining, but I don't think they just do iron ore. But what I was doing was iron ore. It's all I ever carted around, that and diesel. Right, continue. Managed to miss the corner by a long way because I certainly wasn't in the moment. I need to start the lap from the beginning again. Well, I imagine it won't be too hard to get into the 39s in this beast. I understand brake balance should be to the rear. And I'll get to that. I'm just going to establish a bit of a baseline first. Very poor. I was there. I was extremely poor. Once I plebbed the corner, that was it. There's no going back, no coming back from a massive pleb. Best you can do is to ameliorate the damage to some degree. Or mitigate might be a better word. Very poor. Yes, none of that was good. Very, very poor, but improvement on that horrendous 142. Horrendous. Where is my tea backy? Ah, she be. I think things will pick up a bit when I get the brake balance and pop it to the rear, but I'm just going to do one more on the neutral. Then I'll head to 3 to the rear. Sort of like a bit of a halfway point, I guess. Just rolling a fat one within a moment. All the people who are not watching. Kind of odd talking to yourself, but I am an old man and it isn't expected of me. This sort of legitimises it. Right, let's go. Okay, that's a baseline. Well, obviously, a replay's not needed of a car as good as this one. Pretty much anybody will be competitive in this car. It's incredibly powerful. This corner, it overwhelmed. I must have absolutely murdered this every time. I have been doing a very poor job of that. All right, 5 to the rear, as my friend Carl would say. He reassures me that's correct for this. I've been wrecking these final corners. I know that. Slight improvement again. So obviously 39s are easy enough in the Porsche, but you only have to look at the leaderboard to know that. The car is wonderfully suited for it. Don't do as I do down here though. Don't butcher it like I do every single time. Another slight improvement. Anyway, that's no more is required of that one. It's obviously one of the meta cars, and you don't have to be Albert Einstein to know that the Porsche is brilliant. Porsche. But it was an MR car, so we'll include that on the list. There's 4 cars you can do 39s in without them being terribly hard to do it in. There was another one here, an RSO. I always found its gears rather strange. Seemed like it had more gears than it needed, but I don't know. It's certainly lighter on the steering, considerably lighter than the Porsche. I don't know why, but just lighter. Oh, I think I revved that out. I didn't really give this a chance to didn't work my way into it with this one. I think because I've done so many laps that with revving it like it felt natural to do. Well, it seems like one of those sort of cars that the RS01 seems like another car will comfortably get into the 40s. Probably, whatever you do, don't do any of that. But in my defense, it's the first time around there. I expected it, I guess I was still in the Porsche mode. Right. I'm set up in the straight to put my foot down on the wall. Now I'll finish this. Yummy. Away we go. Bit of a baseline. I'm just going to rev her out. Feels comfortable already, so time was pretty terrible, but I don't know if that's relevant. Been very stable. Been pretty quick. Not going to be a fast time or anything, but it's into the 40s, I think. Yeah, just. But it's in there. Always feel like you just didn't know there's that many gears in the gearbox. I cut out the middleman that time. Sick of changing gears. I do find that a bit irritating about this car. But oh, I screwed the pooch there. As with most MR cars, few to the back, 2 or 3 to the back. The Porsche was exceptional, but it's more a rear engine car than anything else. None of that felt good. That was a better drive out of the corner. RSO1. Well, it's okay. I don't like it a lot, but it's okay. Ah, yeah, I knew once I slipped up onto the slippery stuff, I was gone. Well, it's capable of faster, of course. Just don't like the gearing, especially through from the first timing point through there into that left-hander. The gears just don't suit. Certainly not as well as it's like it's got too many gears, and you're forever going up and down through the gears in it. More like driving a truck, a very, very fast truck. I really can't be bothered saving. Oh, I suppose I will. Why not? No, that's not what I wanted. Ah, yes. Oh, one. Right. One more, and that'll do, I think. Certainly for this session. Find something else down there. What was the other? McLaren. Oh, the Hurricane, but it's a Metacar. No, it's an odd one. Never see this beast getting a run anywhere. It's never, you never see it featured on the leaderboards anywhere. Let's give that a little trot. Bit of Bayron style short shifting, I think, for this one. Not feeling it. Never know, it might surprise. Seems stable, but that's not at full whack. Not as terrible as some. Handle that pretty well. I was pretty late on the transition, but it's only a guide lap, just to establish the time. He's heavy on the steering too, this one. All right, and give it the beans. Zero brake balance. Don't need to change gears by the look of it. That's all she's got, Captain. Certainly full noise, I know that. It's an old car, but oh, that's a respectable time. I was going for the alley-oop then. Funny, you know, I didn't feel like I'd missed it. I didn't feel like I missed the corner, but I did miss it. All right, 3 to the rear because it's an MR car. Got potential. No world beater, but clearly you can do a 40, you know, which is a respectable time. Oh, good. I missed it by a long way. Yes, I won't do that again. I missed that by a long way, but this one's clearly capable of doing 140 point something without too much trouble. I'll reload. A little sip of coffee. I'm not convinced it's to the front, but I will give that a bit of a go too. Five to the rear seems wildly excessive, but it may work. No way to know unless I give it a try. I think I'm better off staying in second gear all the way there. Maybe even here too. I have to guide lap, but next time we go through there, I know I might try that. There's a goal. Well, the only thing is I'm into the 40. I will say that it'd be a brave man to use this, or woman, because it is twitchy. Right. Right, I'll pause there because this is on an upward trajectory. So it will be a bluey or a purple. It looks more blue to me, but it's purple up in the timer. But on the screen, to me, it looks more blue. Blue up arrow and purple sectors. 140.979. Definitely not going to be faster this lap, but It does look as though it's hunting along. I'm going to try slightly different settings on my wheel. It's to do with the natural inertia and the natural friction of a DD Pro and the old DD Pro wheel. And that's an area that I muck around a bit with. So we should be starting in the blue or the purple. Pretty. And here too. Very, 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 very poor. What an absolute twat. Blew this lap completely. Totally blew it. Righto. Started this lap positively. It'll be blue to start with, so I'm not going to put much more effort into this because it can clearly do a decent 40. It's twitchy there. Yuck. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay. I owe you a last lap, car. I know you can do better, and I haven't been giving you a good show. So, I'll give you one here. This is my last go with you. Oh, you're going to do it to me again, aren't you? You're going to go blue straight away and you're going to make me do it. All right. I'm sorry I doubted you. You could do better, I know. You're a good car. Oh, you feel better now, don't you? Now you're just showing off. Give me even more time. All right, one with it to the front. Definitely the last one though. That's got to be a penalty. Thank you. There's no way I should be allowed to get away with that. Otherwise, I'd have been doing that all the time. Right. Well, you're capable of doing a 40. And I'll save the replay. Yuck. Nothing spectacular going on there with that Audi. Well, I couldn't find it anyway. Certainly didn't inspire any confidence. Oh, and it's a long name too. Yes, something or other. LMS. Done. Okay. Right. I think that's me done too. I thank all those people not watching, which is all 9 billion people on the planet. Thank you for not tuning in. And hopefully for all those 9 billion, you'll find some guidance there on how to get a fair lap in a few different cars. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for not watching. Bye now.